Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I just want to reach out to all of you out there and see how all of you are doing. I hope all of you are getting out in nature somewhere, and I just want to say hello to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're taking really good care of yourself, and not only, to take care of yourself is to take care of your family. That is if you have one, ones that are living with you, like a husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend, or, your little kids or your teenagers. Don't forget about the teenagers. They go through so much, so you really got to be sensitive to their needs, but you got to have balance with them too, just like with all the other kids at all the other ages. So also, I want to make sure you're taking care of your furry little friends and your not so furry friends. So anyway, I do love all of you, and some of you might be struggling right now, and my heart goes out to all of you if you're going through some hard times, and like life as a roller coasting ride, like a roller coaster ride, which speaking of that, I haven't been on one of those in years, so anyway, I just want to reach out to you and let you know that you can give this video a thumbs up, you can share, you can subscribe, you can even ring the notification bell. That way you don't miss a beat. You want to make sure you're able to get all these different kind of topics that I will be having. And sometime in the future, I will have other channels to my channel, other things, that I do want to work on. So right now I'm learn how to edit videos. So, things take time sometimes, and, like the universe wants me to have balance, When I first started my YouTube channel, I just wanted to do YouTube, and the universe like, no, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to, all this other stuff. So I'm like, okay, I will do that, So anyway, as you see, this is kind of funny. I've had this shirt for a long time, but this is my first day wearing it. So I wanted to share this off with you. And it's a good day to be happy. So that's, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to wear today. And I was waiting for this day because in my area it's going to be a warmer day. The last couple of days were kind of cold. And I had such a great time last week. And I have learned in my past is not to, complain when, you get some good days, and out there, outside in nature, and then, the next few days it might rain, and then it might be cold, and, where I want to be grateful for all the days that I did have last week. It was so beautiful. So today I decided, hey, it's a good day to be happy, because today is going to, be near, like 60 something in my area. So I will take that, I can't wait to get out in nature. I got to go out to my 5D fort and pick up some garbage somebody threw around. So that's what I will be doing today, to get out and take a long walk. And anyway, I just wanted to reach out to you because I decided to wear this shirt today for you. I want to reach out to you. I know I complain a lot about different things, but, when I was younger, I was worse. Would you believe that? So sometimes, like lately, though, I have to give myself a pat on the back on both sides. Nobody else is here going to do that for me. So I do. I have to really, it feels good to give yourself a pat on the back, and look at all what you are accomplishing in life, and I just, it is kind of hard, like I had a doctor's appointment, it was my first time meeting a new doctor, and she was so beautiful. I'm like, wow, she's a beautiful doctor, a woman of color. And, did I say that? Yes, there's a lot of beautiful women of color and, all different races out there, but she was a very beautiful lady, and so she wanted to find out if I had any problems, that I was going through, because when they made the appointment, everything was fine at that point. And So it is a hard thing, here we're not supposed to be complaining, but when you go to the doctor, what do? You complain. You're like, yeah, doc, this is going on and that is going on with my body, and I just want to make sure everything is going good, and I got such great news. It's like I'm a rare case when I go to the doctors because I don't have any medications. None. I don't have to take any medications. I'm clear. Thank you, universe. Like I had to take medications before. So, where I'm going to bring this up to you just in case you've never tried this before. And I did communicate with a friend, about this topic is I did mention to my doctor because they say women my age and my race, that I have to be careful with my bones, and I do exercise before. I used to dance a lot, and then I had my own cleaning business, so I was always up and down, doing this, doing that, stretching, so that was a good workout for me, doing that, and I was walking, and so recently I started trying yoga for beginners, hatha yoga, and for beginners, and I was amazed. I was like, wow, like I was learning from these ladies that were doing yoga practices for beginners, and I'm like, I was trying to do their stretches, and I'm like, my body doesn't reach that far. Like, I was like, really? How do you do that? I was so amazed how flexible they are, so I was concerned about my body as far as doing exercises, and I want to do yoga. So guess what I did today? I did yoga today, and the thing that I was concerned about was, am I supposed to be in this much pain after doing, like a week or so of yoga? And I found out it was absolutely normal. So I felt so good, So there's times that we do complain, but this is why I wanted to wear this shirt and have a different topic today. Instead of what I'm always saying, hey, are you like this? Hey, are you like that? And negative stuff. So, like, think about the things that make you happy, so that's why I kind of brought up about my doctor's appointment, because you go there and you tell them all the negative stuff of what's going on, and like it was a great thing. I felt so great, like my weight, they did they had to take blood work to see how all those levels are, in my body, and I got to wait for those results. I had a mammogram not too long ago, that came out normal. So, I am so grateful of my health. I am a rare case because they're in shock when, normally, like my doctor said, normally people come in, because they're not feeling good and things are not well for them. And, like it feels good. I got to pat myself on the back, because it feels good to when you don't have to take any medications, and I have a vegan diet, and I right now I'm kind of on and off, like with the either I'm exercising in my apartment because like yesterday it was too cold, to do my jogging, and like, or even do my hike that I wanted to do. I was going to go, not a hike, but I was going to go to my 5D fort and pick up all that garbage that somebody threw around. I don't want to leave it like that. Even though it wouldn't have been garbage if they didn't throw it around, but now it's garbage, so I like a clean environment, so what are you thankful for? This is kind of a thankful day, and also what makes you happy day, so think about the things that make you happy, and I'm going to start off telling you things because I know you can't tell me, is I'm going to start when I wake up in the morning. I am happy when I get a good night's rest, a good night's sleep. I am happy when I wake up in the morning and I remember my dreams, whether they seem good or bad. And last night I really didn't have any good dreams, but I did do my dream study this morning. when I wake up in the morning, like I said, I am very grateful that I had a good night's sleep. I'm very happy that I have a bed to sleep on. You know, some people take this stuff for granted. Not me. Not me one bit at all. Before I had this bed, when I moved in this apartment, I've been here for 5 years. And, you know, when I moved in here, I moved so many times in my life. I really, at that time in the past, I didn't have money for a bed. And so I had an air mattress. That's all I could afford. And so I am so grateful that I have actually a bed to sleep on. And those years that I had that air mattress, I lost a lot of, I mean, like you wouldn't believe how many months I could not sleep. And my doctor couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. They didn't know I was sleeping on an air mattress, and it kept on deflating on me. You know, I couldn't figure out how come I couldn't sleep. And ever since I had bought this brand new bed, I've been able to sleep every single night. I don't need medications, you know. The other thing I'm grateful for is that I have an apartment that I live at. You know, you might take that for granted. You know, I've been homeless many times, like living either outside under a bridge, you know, or in my car. So I am very happy that I have my own apartment. I have my own living room, you know, I have my own bedroom, I have my own bathroom, and I have my own kitchen. So that means a lot to me. And don't mind me, I'm a very emotional type. I have to work on these things, but I've gone through a lot in my life. And and then when I go to my living room, you know, I am so happy that I have a couch that I can sit on too. You know, that couch was given to me. One of my clients was just going to get rid of it, and I didn't have a couch when I moved in this apartment. You know, so I needed one, you know, where I can have company. You know, there was times that I made stuff out of cardboard. You know, like I made my own dresser out of cardboard before. You know, because I didn't have the money to go get one. You know, so I am very happy for having furniture in my apartment. And you might look at me like, oh, you're a pretty girl. How could that be? You know, well, you know, things do happen to people. That's what I could say on that. I am happy that I have a fan in my room. So if I get too hot, you know, I can turn it on and cool myself down. I'm really happy that I have this computer right in front of me, right here. You know, I'm happy that I have that because without it, I wouldn't be able to have a YouTube channel. You know, this chair that I'm sitting on, I'm happy that I found it on the street somewhere and I brought it home with me. Now I have a computer chair or I wouldn't be sitting where I am. I'm happy that I can learn how to meditate, that they have YouTube channels, you know, where I can go on. I don't have to go and pay for it. I could just learn how to do it online on YouTube. I'm happy that they have people out on YouTube that make videos to help me to become my greatest version of myself. I'm happy that I can educate myself with a lot of help on YouTube. There's so many different people out there that have YouTube channels these days. You know, like I can learn so many things on YouTube. You know, like I can do affirmations. You know, I do that every morning now. You know, I'm going to make my own video on affirmations. You know, I'm happy that I have a flat screen TV. You know, where I can, you know, like I never thought I could afford one before, you know, so I used to only watch my stuff on my on my laptop computer. You know, when I go in my kitchen, I am happy when I open up my refrigerator door, and I don't ever say this, and you shouldn't say this, is don't ever say this. And I know, yeah, I don't want to tell you what to do, but don't say you have too much in your refrigerator. Be grateful for what you have in your refrigerator or in your freezer. You know, I am, you know, when I go in my refrigerator, you know, there's times I get emotional in the, in the past where, like I was going to be homeless. It was before I ended up homeless because my car broke down and I didn't have the money to fix it, and I ended up losing my job, which it was kind of a blessing. I say that because it wasn't a good company that I was working for, and there was sexual harassment going on in there. So the universe let me go, like by my car breaking down. And, at the time when that happened, I was concerned of where I was going to get food for my son. Like what were we going to eat? At the time, I know you're not going to think this is funny, but I was making jokes because we had two dogs, and one was a Chihuahua, and one was part lab and part chow. And my part lab and part chow is the bigger one, of course. And I was thinking, we got to feed you a lot of doggy food so you can get all fat. It was just a joke, but I would never eat my dog. But you might have been in a situation like that where you get scared of not knowing where you're going to get your next meal from, where you might kind of look at your dog and say, wow, I had to get rid of those dogs. We weren't going to eat them, but I did make a joke to my son about it. And at that time I was eating meat. I don't eat meat anymore. So I am thankful for my health. Like I said, I'm happy for my health. I'm happy the way I look, and you might think that, hey, you were born to look that way, but you know what, I have to take care of myself. It doesn't just like I got muscles. I could show you some muscles, man. Those muscles didn't get there by not doing anything. I've those muscles, where those muscles come from. Feel that, baby. Those muscles come from hard working. I've been put to work my whole life. I've worked hard in my whole life. So that's not come from doing exercises. That's from working. So, my skin. I am grateful and happy for my skin. I have to take care of this, though. Like my hair, I have to take care of all these things. There's some women, they might get jealous of girls like me because they don't love themselves enough, or they don't work on themselves, like to, like eat healthier, or to go out and take a wake. I was going to say a hike, but it went awake. Go take a hike, and I don't want you to get lost, but yeah, go take a hike, on a hiking trail somewhere, and work on yourself, and I mean this in a wholeheartedly way. I love all of you, where this, if I didn't take care of this, if I didn't put lotion on my face every morning with a nice, I always have a hot wash, nice clean washcloth, that is, I wouldn't be able to have my skin looking the way it does, or having muscles. I got nice leg muscle here. That's because I go jogging or I go walking a lot. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, like to lose weight. And I actually, you might be surprised, like last year I had pictures of myself. I deleted them. I couldn't believe that was the most I've ever weighed in my life, was 140. Wow. Before that I was 119. So I weighed a lot at that time in my life, and I was my face was actually getting filled in. I actually had some people thought I was pregnant at one time because my belly was getting out there, and I said, whoa, what's going on here? It creeps up on you. It does, and you might be thinking, oh, you're so thin, but guess what? I got myself from 140. Guess how much I weigh now? My doctors just weighed me the other day, 115. That didn't happen by me staying in the house, and not going out and exercise, and it didn't happen by me eating the same food I was eating, so I did. I changed my diet around, and I am happy that I have, really right now I have one friend out there. I don't need a lot of friends. On my Facebook, you look on there, it's so silly on Facebook, though, they say friends. Those are not my friends. I do have some family out there on my Facebook page, And I do have people that I knew from my past, but really we don't call each other every day. We don't like check in with each other all the time, so they're not really friends, they're not that close, and I will have a video out on that, about friends. I do have a topic that I do want to talk about friendship and what it means. And so I talked about my kitchen. It's a blessing to have like a refrigerator, a stove. I actually was, before I wasn't homeless, but I was living in a little camper. And that camper, I was 16 years old, only getting $110 a month to live on, being like 16. It was money that I got because my dad had disability, and because I wasn't of 18, I was able to get a check. My mom would drive to, to where I was living. $50 went to live, to stay in this camper. That camper that I was living into had no key. There was no lock on it. That camper had no hot water. That camper, sad to say, the toilet barely flushed. The water was cold. The stove didn't work. How do you think I was eating at the age of 15? $50 of that $110 was already gone. So I lived on like $60, $60 to eat for that month. And did I run out of food? You bet your ass I did. And there was some food that was in the cupboards, and I was so hungry. I'm like, I'm like so hungry that I didn't have a stove to actually heat those noodles up, and I was so desperate that I put them in a bowl and thought maybe if they sat in cold water long enough that they would get soft. Did they get soft? No, they didn't get soft. I ate them like that though. So I ended up shoplifting, and I did. I got caught shoplifting. And, so I am very grateful. When I open up my cupboards, I have food in my cupboards. Not everybody in the world can open up their cupboards and say that they have food in their cupboards. So I'm very happy when I open up my cupboards and see that I have food in there. And I have a stove that works, and a refrigerator, and I have hot water. I'm very happy to have hot water in my kitchen sink, and not only, I'm sorry, not only in my kitchen sink, but in my bathtub. It's, I'm happy that I can wake up and I don't have to take a cold bath or a stand-up bath. So really you need to really be happy with what you have. How is the universe or God going to bless you more if you're not even content with what you already have right now? So I'm happy that when I wake up after I do my stuff, I can take a hot bubble bath. That bubble bath is so important. When I moved in this apartment, that was one of the biggest things that I really wanted in an apartment, was a bathtub. Wherever I moved to next, it better have a bathtub. Because I have to have a bathtub. I try to take showers, and no matter how many times if I tried to take a shower, I was forced to take showers in the hospitals before because they didn't have a bathtub. And, I end up always finding myself sitting back down in the bathtub, and just kind of plugging the water in and just sitting in that bathtub. So I'm very grateful that I have a bathtub, and I have bubble bath and Epsom salt that you can put in there. And I'm happy that I have shampoo. I didn't always have shampoo in my past. There's times when I was homeless that I was using what they had in the public bathroom, like, the hand soap to use as my shampoo and my body wash. So I, a lot of people, they wake up and they take all their things for granted, I have a lot of beautiful things in my apartment. A lot of it I found on the side of the street. I have a lot of stuff. These two stands, they were free on the side of the road. That tree behind me was free. I didn't pay for these things. These beautiful flowers here, I got those on the side of the road. Somebody threw them away. My arts and crafts I paid for. That picture behind me, I made that picture with the mirrors. My brother, what it was just a frame with those mirrors in it, and I did the rest, all the colors and all that stuff. I am happy that I have talent. I am happy that I'm creative. I am happy that I can go out and I have legs. I have legs. Not everybody has legs, there's people that lost their legs either in an accident or in war, maybe they're in a wheelchair. I used to help out handicapped people, so I have a huge heart for anybody that maybe lost their arm. There's a guy at my Walmart where I go to, he doesn't have an arm. I got my fingers, all my fingers, I know a lady that was born without, she doesn't have any fingers, but she's a beautiful girl. She's a very beautiful girl, but she doesn't have, she's amazing though. I watch what she can do without her fingers on that one hand. I don't have any pets, but I am very happy that the universe, God, created animals, so they're so beautiful. They are, some of you, might have a dog or a cat. A lot of people do. I cleaned for a lot of people, and it's amazing. Either they had a cat or a dog or both, or other little furry friends, or not so furry friends, so if you have pets, be grateful, take good care of them, be kind to them, really, because they teach us so much. I would love to have a pet, but my landlord does not want me to have one, even though they have a cat, even though I'm a cleaner. I know how to clean stuff, you think of all people that they would let a cleaner have a pet. But of course I understand, because if somebody else moved in and they're like, hey, this chick has a pet, but you won't let me, so I do understand. So what I do is I enjoy other people's pets. When I go out in public, and I see somebody with the dogs, I'm like, hey, those are beautiful dogs. I am a dog lover. I love cats and dogs. Cats are easier to take care of than a dog, because a dog, you have to take him out for potty time. The cat can go in his potty, in his kitty litter, which kitty litter stinks after a while. You have to really keep up on that. So you do. That was the one reason why I didn't want a cat, is because I'm like, oh, I just don't like the smell of the cat litter, but I don't want a dog out in the, out here, out in the country, if I had a dog where he could go outside and do his thing, I don't have to go, I don't want to walk down the street and I dog sat before, and I was embarrassed. I'm like, a pretty girl like me bending over, and I laugh at people, because I'd be driving down the road, and it might be a pretty girl like me walking down, and then her dog decides to take a doo-doo right when I'm driving by. And there I am looking, I'm like, you can't kind of not notice that stuff. So that's why I don't want a dog, is because I don't want to be responsible for going out and, picking up the dog doo-doo. What if it's a juicy one, Ugh. It was hard enough picking it, and it's kind of funny when I did the dog sit, and when I had the plastic bag, of course, learning how to do this stuff, it's like, ooh, it's still warm. I'm good. I rather just love everybody else's dog, unless I was out in the country where I could have a dog where, you could be, outside, and where he's protected, from the, rain and stuff, inside, outside dogs are the way I like it. where they can stay inside for the night, go out in the daytime as long as the weather's good. So I did have a dog before. She was such a nut. Her name was Sassy, but she was not a sassy dog. She was very friendly, and that's not the kind of dog I really wanted. I wanted a dog that was going to protect me, and I didn't want anybody to really be my dog's friend, because then, there goes that, like a dog that's going to protect. I didn't want the dog to, hey, yeah, here, pet my dog. No, I want my dog, like, if you're going to attack me, I want my dog to protect, So my dog Sassy was not sassy like I wanted, and she was such a nut. There's days that it would be, it started pouring out, and we're like, oh, we got to bring the dog in the house, and she didn't want to come in. She was so occupied outside that a fox would come around, and she was making friends with a fox outside, and I don't think she would ever harm it. She really just wanted to be friends, and it was a good-sized fox. So she refused to come inside. It's kind of silly. She had a doghouse out there, but she was waiting here. When is that fox going to come out? So she was adorable, and so I just want to see, it's a good day to be happy. It really is, really it's a lot about being grateful for what you have, and you might be struggling with certain things, and that's what I learned when I was going through depression before, is when you're going through a hard time and you're having a pity party, which I've had many of those. Nobody wants to come to a pity party, right? Not at all, where I learned that, yeah, I'm having a hard time right now, but that was in the past, of course, I'm talking about, is that, I started thinking about other people that had it way worse than I did, because I helped people out that were handicapped, elderly people that couldn't, bathe themselves, where I was actually cleaning everything up for them because they couldn't do that themselves. That's what I've learned so much. That's why I have a lot to offer a man, because I do know how to, be there, when they get older in age and stuff. I'm the perfect girl for that, where, not all women are going to, want to take care of you, where I'm that sweetheart, that knows how to help you out, help a man out in the time of need when they, have issues going on. I've learned so much how to do this and that with people. So anyway, today is a good day to be happy. So remember, no matter what you're going through, somebody always has it worse. Believe me. There's some people that are bedridden. They can't do anything but to stay in bed all the time. And I've known people like that, and then they get bed sores on their whole back, and blisters and all that stuff. So, really, be really grateful for all the things that you have. Thank the universe. I do this every day. When I go in my refrigerator, I'm like, I light up like a light bulb when I see, wow, look at this. I got healthy food in here. It did cost money. But you know what? You can have it, and it can go, like God gives and God can take away. So you got to be really grateful for everything that you have. I have a very beautiful car out there, a blessing, and I'm very grateful, that the universe gave me that, it helped me out. So I do. When I get in that vehicle, I treat it good, so I love all of you, and I don't want to say I'm sorry for being emotional, but I do have a heart. I have a beautiful heart, and so I do love all of you. It's just when you go through some hell in life, you really, it does some stuff to you that maybe you don't understand, and I never would want anybody to go through anything that I've gone through in my lifetime. So, that's why it's so important to be happy. Don't complain, this and that, and like I heard somebody complain about the weather the other day. Be thankful. We just had a great week last week. I was out in it. I was able to get out and jog. I was able to go out, and I've been waiting for this. This is the time. April showers bring me flowers. Yes, let it rain. We need the rain. We need it. So you got to take the good with the bad. Everything's not all about every day is not about, like I say, that it's a good day to be happy. Every day you might have a day that you're not so happy, but be grateful for the days that you were, and think of all where you've come from. How far have you come? Hopefully you're working on yourself, where you can do like what I'm doing. Give myself a pat on the back. I'm doing things that I never thought I could ever do. I'm showing myself I can do this. And you can too. You can actually do this. You got to reprogram your brain and reprogram the way you were thought to believe, the way you think. So I love all of you so much. And I'm the real deal, really. I have a lot of emotions, and they're real. They're not fake. So I do love all of you. You can give this video a like, you could share, and you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be doing another video today on another topic, and I don't want to tell you yet because I will let you know. And you can also ring the notification bell, that way you don't miss a beat. And it's so important, to watch these videos, because some of the videos have different things in them mixed up. There's a mixture of goodies in there, so you never know what I'm going to say. I never knew what I'm going to say, So I do love all of you, and if you do, you want to get in contact with me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K Digman Starlight. So anyway, I do love all of you. It's a good day to be happy. So that's all I want, is you to be happy. And I love all of you. This is Starlight. Love and light. Peace.